G'day, it's Simon here from Mines End, here to talk with Kris from Every Magazine about all things Mines End and the other festival on the 28th of January.
Beautiful, Simon. Thanks for joining us today, brother.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure, man. So, as you mentioned, Mines End are appearing at the other festival at the Tivoli in Brisbane on January the 28th, so it's not a bad way to kickstart the year for you, mate.
No, definitely not. And be on the list again is bloody real honour. We're very, very proud to bloody get that spot, so yeah, we won't be taking any shortcuts with it.
Yeah, good to hear. And the festival is once again headlined by COG and Osaka Punch, plus you got bands like The Stranger, Mass Sky Raid, Rhino, The Rat, and plenty more, man. So what bands are you most looking forward to playing with this time, and why?
Actually, all of them, to be honest.
Good answer.
It's in my opinion, a lineup of headline acts, to be honest. Everyone has the potential to be headline acts there, and Rhino we played with before, they're a great bunch of lads, but there's a whole heap there, new bands that we're going to be playing with that, looking forward to meeting them and seeing how well it all mixes together.
So what does it actually mean to a band like Mines End to get the opportunity to play at a festival like this?
Oh, absolutely well, but especially after a slow year like 22, to be even considered for a position is an absolute honour. And again, not one that you take cheaply or, do half-heartedly. So, no, it means the world to us. We're very, very thankful for the opportunity.
Mm-hmm. And how do you approach a gig like this, man? Like, it's going to be a lot of fun because there's a lot of bands there and it's going to be like a family sort of atmosphere, but you've got to sort of take it that bit seriously as well because it is a big occasion for you. So how do you prepare for something like
that? You stress out a lot.
Cool.
Yeah, you just make sure you pick your best songs in the arsenal for the half an hour slot allotted to us, and go through all the the back house operations. So make sure you got crew together and they'll get in and out of the way. It's just you just don't take it half-hearted. You actually go all in. Bloody, you got to make sure all your I's are dotted and your T's are crossed.
Yeah. And for anyone out there not familiar with Mines End, I can tell you firsthand that you guys are a fucking awesome live band, but tell us what to expect from your set.
From our set?
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be actually we've restructured it a bit, so it's going to be an epic set. It's going to be full of energy from start to finish. It's going to be there's going to be a new track involved that we're going to hopefully release by the time the festival kicks off. We're just actually waiting for mastering on that to come back. But yeah, can't say one way or another whether it's actually going to be a solid promise or not. But yeah, that'll be involved. It's just going to be a great, and the usual thing will be a super heavy set, but at the same time, plenty of groove to make people feel it. So yeah.
Yeah, cool. And as I mentioned, man, you guys have got a reputation for being a solid live band. So how much time, thought, and effort actually goes to what we see in that half an hour on stage?
Actually, quite a bit. Quite a bit of playing it over and over in your head to make sure you string the actual tracks together well. Mm-hmm. And then a lot of in-house buddy, they put the names in the hat, draw them out, and then argue about which goes where. So, but at the end, I think it's a great result. Yeah.
Cool. And I believe that you guys have also welcomed in a new member. So introduce us to him, mate, and tell him what he brings to Mines End and your sound.
Yeah, rightio. So as you know, or as everyone who follows this has been aware, our former guitarist Dave Lang has stepped aside for personal reasons. And so that allowed us to bring on a new member, Shannon Locke. He's formerly Emotion Killer. And actually he's come in like 110%, hit the ground absolutely sprinting. So he's been a really good addition to the band and a real good motivator, He's actually been well worth his weight in gold.
Good to hear, mate. That's really good. And you mentioned a new song before, mate, in the work. So tell us about that. What's the new song called?
The new song's called Cannibals.
Mm-hmm.
It's Well, it's one we've had in our arsenal for a little bit, and we finally got to be able to record it. And we were stoked about doing that. It was written while Dave was in the band, but the performance was done by Shannon, and he's put his own little flavour in there. But it's one of our favourites now. It's really latched on as one of our favourites. It's got a good energy to it, and it's quite an exciting song. So we're really looking forward to getting it out, so people can listen to it at the drop of a hat. So yeah.
Cool. And is it going to be a standalone song, mate, or is it part of a bigger album or EP picture?
Yeah, well, it'll be a standalone song. We're going to do the plan for 23 is to release singles. So we'll start with this one. We've already got the next one in the works with writing.
Yep.
Completely fresh track. And we won't be playing it live till after it's released. But yeah, the plan for 23 is just to release a bunch of singles. No EP in sight. Mm-hmm. But yeah, we'll just keep the momentum going with one at a time at the moment. Yeah,
fair call. And reading through the press release for the other festival, mate, it refers to your new stuff as Mind Zen 2.0. Like, what do they mean by that? Or is it sort of like a changing of the guard for the band, or?
No, well, it's just a new element of the style of music that we've added to it. It's just giving us the breathing space to not be locked down to one particular thing when you think of the name Mind Zen. And we've just changed. We haven't changed too much, obviously, but we're just adding just incorporating a little bit more atmosphere into it. So, and hopefully people enjoy it. So we're looking forward to it.
Very good, mate. One thing I've always liked about you guys is you don't find something that works and just stick to it. You find something that works and then you create off that to create something different. So it's good to hear that you're still doing that.
Yeah, it's all about build it and they will come. If we enjoy it, we hope the rest enjoy it. We're not we don't sit there and write thinking, what do the people want? We go from what we like, and then hopefully everyone enjoys it with us. Yeah.
You guys are kind enough to donate a double ticket to the other festival to one of our listeners too. So how do they get their hands on that?
Right, we've got the ticket available for one person and a guest at the other festival. All they got to do is message the band page with the code word cannibals, and we'll grab each name from the messenger, put them in a hat essentially, and draw a name from that, and they'll get a ticket for them plus one other and a Mind Zen t-shirt.
Hell yeah, that sounds good to me, mate. I might even enter that one myself.
Yeah, no worries.
All right, brother, thanks for joining us today, mate. Been a pleasure as usual, and unfortunately I won't be seeing you at the show, but we'll catch up in the near future, I'm sure.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to talk to you again.